I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff, right around the corner, is standing by to call the action. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. Had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from Tampa. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Mariota on first down. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. To throw is Mariota. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Let's get a quick look at the Saints offense.
Obviously a tough test for this offense right out of the gate. Road game in game 1 of the new year. Conventional wisdom says, go slow, take care of the football. I think in this case, attack early and get the home team back on their heels.
That was 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Mariota to throw it. Able to find Turner. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll throw again. Mariota. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, 2nd down. The starting 11 defensively for Tampa Bay.
Muhammad Wilkerson is one of the most versatile defensive linemen in the league. You can play him in any spot and expect big-time production.
He gets this into the hands of Kirkwood. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Again, it's Mariota. That's complete to Turner. That one good for 24 yards.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Still first down. Delay of game, offense.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Successive penalties have him looking now at a 1st and 20. To the air again, Mariota. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mariota, it's caught. Smith. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mariota. And this one complete to Smith. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Toward the pylon, caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They opt to go for it, and they get it. 1st and goal after a pickup of 5.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter.
Check.
Mariota again. Dancing to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or 2. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the 1st round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future all-pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to...
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season, big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And that one coming on his opening carry of the season. Do you give him a mulligan?
You would like to, but this game counts. If this were preseason, he'd get a mulligan. But this is for real, so not expecting that at all.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Mariota. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. This offense has converted in this spot twice already here in this first quarter. Now, can they convert again here on fourth down? And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they're going to go for it here on the fourth down try. Mariota's going to stay out there.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Gotcha.
Now Mariota on fourth down. Thomas has got it, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a first down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say punt the football there.
So we're changing to analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them. And really took a big time.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Mariota getting this into the hands of Turner. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still third and goal that they face now. On the ground, Kamara. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time. So a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a fourth and goal. Mariota to throw for it on fourth. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They run it with Carson. Fighting through it, he's got space. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Off the play fake. Langford. That's complete into the hands of Carson. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
It's caught by Mike Evans. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
You ain't going nowhere.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
When you spend your first-round pick on a pass rusher, you are absolutely counting on him to be an impact player. And there you go. Right away, he gets to the quarterback.
And guess what? Likely the first of many that we're going to see from that young man. And now the throw here is incomplete. And with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
No, that's you, partner. Out of his end zone, Mariota firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's only able to get it to right around the 3. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Mariota now. He's got Smith here. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Mariota. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to.
Check. Walk 54.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Turner. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there at 22.
Mike. Hey, tighten down. There you go. One.
First down, Mariota. Throw left side complete. It's Turner. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Mariota now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end. And it's 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
56 to Mike. 50.
Throwing is Mariota. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 17-yard line. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. To throw Mariota. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that he dreamed of this. How about this for your debut? 2nd sack in the opener.
Yeah, it's great to get 1. That's memorable. 2? Hello.
Now, he dreamed about it. He thought about it. Did he ever expect it?
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Mariota on first down. Complete. Smith has it. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Marcus Mariota with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing out 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now it's Carson. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Langford complete to his tight end, Seth DeVal. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Looking to throw. Langford. He completes it to Evans. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Back to throw. Langford. And he is going to go down here, but we also have a penalty marker at the line of scrimmage. They may have jumped the gun. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. To throw on 3rd down. Langford going to go to Clement here out of the backfield. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. From the gun, Langford nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Looking to throw. Langford. This is taken in by Chad Williams. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Throwing on 3rd and long. Langford. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Marcus Mariota and the offense heading back out for their next possession. He does have the 1 interception, Charles, but I think that's been more than offset by the 3 first-half touchdown passes.
I would agree with you. There is a blemish, but when you've thrown 3 touchdown passes to try and erase it, that's a little bit better than the ratio that all NFL coaches are seeking from their quarterbacks, and he's giving it to them.
They'll take the 3-1?
Every single time.
That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
Now Mariota. It's caught. Smith. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. To the air again, Mariota. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. From 10 yards out. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Lutz good on the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll be out right at the 35. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Back to throw. Langford. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Let's go, baby.
So we've reached halftime here on Oak. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Let's go now. 18, Gator. Check, 47. Let's go, defense. Fight.
Throwing on first down. Langford. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. This is Carson. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. That's complete to Turner. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 69 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done. It's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
50. One. Six, right there.
Here's Mariota. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
50.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
56.
To throw is Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And this one complete to Smith. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. Now Mariota on 4th down. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Buccaneers' defense holds and they get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 42-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Langford looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Langford, and he'll complete this one to Patterson. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Draw play, this is Carson. Gets through, and now an opening. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scott Miller there to make the grab. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Marcus Mariota getting ready to go again here on offense. And nobody in the stadium feels better than he does right now. Just a slew of touchdown passes. He's been spectacular.
And you and I both know this is a team game, one of the best team games that's out there. But right now, I've forgotten what the scoreboard even says. Just watching what he's doing.
It's been fun.
That's been mesmerizing and a whole lot of fun to watch.
He's hoping to keep it going here in the 3rd quarter. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards, the final tally. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in.
56, the mic, boys. 56. Check. 3.
Mariota now from the 50. Getting this into the hands of Turner. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 36. Well, he flew past 200, 300, 400 yards. Now he's over 450 yards passing on the day.
So what you're saying is oxygen for everyone catching the ball and trying to defend?
Yeah, especially those guys trying to defend right now.
No doubt. They've got to be a confused group because they haven't been able to defend him very well at all. And I think he just wants to keep firing. When you have that kind of a day, you're just locked in. Just keep calling those pass plays.
And that'll set them back 5.
Let's go.
Still 1st down.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache. Right there.
They'll throw again. Mariota. That's caught. It's Thomas. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a 1st down. And these numbers on our monitor are getting hard to believe. He's closing in now right on the doorstep of 500 yards passing.
I'm glad that you watched the monitor and said it first because I had trouble absorbing that. That's big time right there, right? That means everything just about has gone right for them and his squad in this game. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception as his guys continue to pour it on. And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1950. What a game.
How about that? Because so many things have to go right in order for it to happen. Not just him catching the passes. Someone delivering it accurately. Offensive line giving him time to throw the ball. A true team record. But he stands above it because he was on the receiving end of so many great plays.
47 is the mic. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
On 1st down, Langford. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Carson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Operating from the gun, Langford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Back now in Tampa. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Hey. Here we go. Check him up. 3. Call. 56, the mic.
Throwing, Mariota. He's got Smith here. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection.
I know he ain't got it. I got you, baby. I got you. One.
From the red zone now, Mariota. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56.
Mariota again. He gets this into the hands of Kirkwood.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On second and goal, Mariota. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. An 11-yard touchdown as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. Second and 4. And his throw here's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still...
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it,
You
yeah.
see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Oh, I nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, first and 10.
Mike's 56. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. 3. 56 to Mike. 56.
Mariota now to throw on first down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still first down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
56, the mark, boys. 56. Check 56.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. His throw caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. From 19 yards away as his guys continue to pour it on. Lutz with the extra point. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
Yeah, they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to come from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 27 yards on the game there. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 11.
On 3rd down, Langford. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from their first one and blew out the Seahawks.
Delay of game, offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Still 2nd down.
Let him know. Mike 56. 3.
2nd down, Mariota. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They can't hang with us.
1st down, Mariota. And this is incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and that'll bring up second down.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. Third down here. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To the air again, Mariota. Got him in, it's Brashad Perriman. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Focus, defense, focus. Mike's 54. 3.
Again, it's Mariota. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Turner. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down, Saints.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check 13. Check 13.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
56 a Mike. 56 is the Mike.
6 man.
Mariota on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
56. 6 right there. 3. Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
Now Mariota. It's caught. Smith. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. That's complete right around the 8. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to...
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA, with a sack. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Langford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Elsewhere, they're on to the 4th quarter at MetLife Stadium. And the Cowboys now, they've opened things up in that one. A win would be their first of the young season. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mariota here to throw. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit?
Oh, we got it. We got it. Good job, D. Good job. Hurry.
Result of the play.
Partner, they're less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football,
Yeah.
where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you.